We'll get to the next match.
Tag team contest is scheduled for one fall.
Well, when Jack Pollock was humiliated in his mind by Dropkick Dave and Uppercut Ulysses, Pollock ditched his former tag team partners and brought in a heater, brought in an enforcer, brought in Peyton Graham. And we saw Graham and Pollock victorious a month ago over Celeste Taylor and Brian Douglas, two of arguably the most promising young prospects in the Cleveland, Ohio, and greater Northeast Ohio area. How good did Peyton Graham and Jack Pollock look together in their first PCW match together?
Well, I'd say they looked 5 stars, out of 5 stars, mind you. When you're going to get somebody that you can trust, you go to your BFF. I'd imagine it would be like if you would choose me, if you had something that needed handled. You'd pick me your BFF.
Let's go to the ring and Nick Lendl, who will be standing by to introduce the Cult Hero opponents.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's Dave on the left, Ulysses on the right. And if this matchup boils down to 2 key moves, I think it could be the drop kick and the uppercut. It's what might win or lose this bout, as these men have just gotten a standing ovation every single time they come to PCW. Trainees of the Chikara Wrestle Factory in the eastern part of Pennsylvania. And they have really impressed a lot of people, and they've drop-kicked and uppercutted their ways into our hearts.
Into our heart. Well, first of all, I'm insulted you didn't back me up on the whole BFF thing. And 2, how many? Oh, you're gonna love this, aren't you? You're gonna love
What?
saying uppercut and drop kick. And
I call what I see. I'm a storyteller. I don't know what you want from me. That's the moves they specialize in.
well,
If they do drop kicks and uppercuts, would you like me to call them different things? I'm not doing that.
yes, call them the jumping leg kick and the upward punch throw arm thing to the chest.
Punch, throw, arm thing to the chest.
To the test, yes. You're gonna put me to the test. If
Pollock and Peyton are being put to the test right now because this is the reason Jack brought Peyton into PCW. It was for this matchup to get one over on drop kick and uppercut. Here we go now.
And look, already trying to get into the head of the Black Hand Society, Peyton Graham and Jack Pollock. As I mentioned earlier, BFFs like Joe Dombrowski and myself. And you know, that, yeah, absolutely, that's what you need. And I'll even say, close to one another. You know, they travel together, they wrestle together, and much like uppercut and drop kick, have a lot of experience, but I might have to give the edge to the Black Hand Society. I know who. I'll throw it to you. Gee, Joe, who are you going to give the edge to?
Oh! Well, right now, Jack Pollock, because he ducked out of the way of the uppercut.
Good. You know what? Give them the match. They win.
No, I think there's more to it than that. But Pollock showing that, you know, he understands what's brought these gentlemen to the dance, and he's prepared. He's scouted.
Well, he probably listened to you call their match a few months ago.
Side headlock by Jack Pollock, trained by Lance Storm. Calls himself next trending topic. And Pollock, for my money, I'll acquiesce. I'll do what you want. And I mean this. Jack Pollock may be the most underrated talent in the tri-state area. Oh, he ducked the second uppercut.
That's 2. He's up 4 points to none. 4.
What?
Okay, 8.
You can't get 2 or 4 or 8 points in a wrestling match.
Well, this is the BC Steel scale of professional wrestling matches. Tag.
Well, Pollock has stayed a step ahead. We know what these fans want to see. We know what they paid to see. Pollock goes down to the midsection on uppercut. What? Well, Pollock went for an uppercut. An uppercut comes back with an uppercut. Oh, another uppercut. Another uppercut. Another uppercut. Pollock tried to beat Uppercut at the uppercutting game, and he got undercut by the uppercut.
Cut it out.
And Pollock is reeling. Second turnbuckle on the inside. Jumping uppercut. Into the lateral press. Only a count of 2.
What, no uppercut on the pin as well?
His hands were busy. Tag into Dave. Whip into the uppercut. Follow through. Up and over the body. And Dave with the drop kick. Uppercut. Dave now with a cover. 2-0.
You're a jerk.
What?
You're a jerk.
This is all because Jack Pollock tried to do an uppercut. He tried to embarrass Ulysses by using his pet move drop kick.
Ulysses. Name one person named Ulysses that's done anything great.
Drop kick to the knee. Drop kick to the chin.
What's next, Joe?
Another drop kick to the chin. Into the cover. 2-0. Dropkick couldn't believe it. That was signature move 3 times in a row. Dave tags back into Ulysses. I would break down strategy, but I think it's pretty simplistic at this point.
Well, you know, I guess when you find something that works for you, you stick with it.
Now, see, Ulysses went for a suplex, and that was a big mistake. That got blocked. Now we're jockeying for position, and when it comes to suplex, it might be advantage Pollock, although it is not in his name. Here comes Dave. Dave with a sunset flip.
What is he now? Sunset Sammy or something?
Oh, uppercut into a drop kick. I love it. Low drop kick. Low uppercut. And even the 280-pound heavy Peyton Graham is the victim of drop kicks and uppercuts aplenty.
Well, when you're in wrestling school and they teach drop kicks and uppercuts, these two must have done all the extra credit. They learned European uppercuts, high drop kick, low drop kick, mid drop kick, upside down drop kick, European drop kick, Australian drop kick.
Well, everybody's got something they specialize in, and you should foster that ability.
I foster nothing.
Dave inviting Peyton Graham back in. And with Pollock from behind. Pollock's still legal, and Dropkick Dave forgot about that. And there's that resourcefulness of the young veteran Pollock, who now goes to work choking away at Dropkick Dave.
You know, I'm going to get a wrestling dictionary and find all the moves that I can find that start with P and have Pollock start doing them.
Okay, is that a threat?
Yes, and Peyton too. Punch Peyton! Pulverizing Peyton.
Pulverizing is not the name of a move.
Well, the pulverizer then. We'll come up with something.
Series of shoulder thrusts by Peyton Graham on Dropkick Dave, and Dave, man, so hard into the corner. Dave, you could see the momentum nearly took him off his feet before he got to the corner.
Well, he perfectly put him perpendicular into the corner. How's that for alliteration?
As long as you're not popping your peas on the microphone, be that as it may, Peyton Graham.
I've never heard this many people chant Dropkick in my life. Not even at that Dropkick Murphys concert I went to.
Pollock tagged back in, frequent tags. What about the Black Hand Society makes them work so well together? I mean, outside of their close personal relationship, how great of friends they are, but stylistically, why do they think so alike?
Well, they both have the same philosophy, and that is to wear down your opponent until the point that they no longer can continue, and then they're yours for the taking. For Pollock, it's normally the big boot.
Ooh.
Although a back elbow is also very effective.
So basically they enjoy beating people up.
Well, yes, you put it your way.
Cover, 2 count only.
You put it your way, I'll put it mine. I was trying to think of an alliteration that I could use to explain that, but they also seem to have, from early on, a great chemistry with one another. And when you watch their styles very, very similar, and their willingness to break down their opponent. You think of Ole and Gene Anderson or Ole and Arn Anderson, that ability to just break down their opponent almost into submission.
We have a budding tag team division here in PCW. Names like Seth Allen and Ethan Wright, System Elite, Ty Cross and Edric Everhart, Nicky Valentino and Wardlow. Where do you see both of these teams fitting into that equation as that tag division begins to take shape?
Well, you'd have to say that...
Let's call this cover first off the Russian leg sweep. Pollock gets 2.
You'd have to say that the result of this match would move one team up the ladder and one possibly a little bit further down the ladder. I'm sure we know where you would want to see these teams be, certainly. I would say Uppercut Ulysses, I'd put in the U's. Dropkick Dave, I'd put in the D's.
I didn't ask you to alphabetize the tag division, but thank you. Peyton Graham. Nice back suplex.
I could alphabetize the singles division, too, if you'd like.
That's a whole other DVD. Certainly thank you, no matter how you're choosing to join us. DVD, digitally, courtesy of our partners at IndieWrestling.us. Many great ways to check out PCW, but there's nothing like seeing us live. Of course, tickets always available at joe-dombrowski.com. And look at Dave, create some distance.
And if you go to bcsteel.com, I will be alphabetizing.
Oh, no!
You see how he pulled the leg there? That begins with a P.
Dropkick was going for a drop kick, and Pollock distracted for a moment and allowed Peyton to capitalize, now down with the elbow. Dave in trouble here? No, and that's exactly why Jack brought Peyton Graham in. He is no nonsense, he's very physical, and he's very intense.
And that's what you need in a partner. You need somebody that you can trust and either compliments you or thinks on the same wavelength as we see. We haven't seen in quite a while, actually. We haven't seen a drop kick or an uppercut.
That's true. And
I
give credit to Pollock and Peyton Graham. They've shut that down.
It's been the happiest 5 or 6 minutes of my life.
That says a lot about your life. Pollock now sends Dave into the corner. This has been the most miserable 5 minutes of Dave and Ulysses' career because they have been in a bad, bad way, and they've not been able to get out of the blocks. Oof. Dave may need his spine realigned. Pollock went dazed. Dave gonna try this again. Didn't work last time. Now it does. Dave with a drop kick. But can Dave get to Ulysses?
And the disadvantage there, both men landed in the opposite direction of their corner. Pollock may have a little bit further way to go, but Dropkick Dave out of it seems to be facing the right direction. May not know where he's at.
Got it! Tag has been made. Pollock is nowhere near Peyton. Uppercut! But now he has to deal uppercut with a fresh man of the uppercut on the opposing team. Uppercut! And his name is Uppercut Ulysses.
Where is the button on you to stop?
Springboard uppercut! Who says I couldn't do video game commentary?
Can we get the guy in the truck to turn?
Uppercut!
Can't
hear you, BC. Still over these uppercuts and drop kicks. Oh.
Yeah, you're not going to see any drop kicks now, are you?
That's one of his drop kicking feet he pulled him by.
Well, I hope he rips off the arms of Uppercut Ulysses.
Oh, that was even worse than the arms.
Field goal.
Come on now. Talk about an uppercut of another sort. Highway robbery.
Well, whether they were hoodwinked, bamboozled, or run amok, whatever you want to call it, your winner's the Black Hand Society. And, I won't even alphabetize them right now. I'll tell you that the winners and those that may be at the top of the tag team division are the Black Hand Society. So we'll say the Black Hand Society begins with B and they're first. Take it, Joe.
Well, Jack Pollock and Peyton Graham are victorious. That's Pollock's and Peyton Graham's second straight tag team victory. Seems to me they're going to be a force to be reckoned with here in the PCW Tag Team Division. But notice Pollock mocking Dave and Ulysses, rubbing it in their face the way he just won this match.
It's good. I'm going to go on Twitter and tell everybody about it. Can I live tweet?
Please don't.